Welcome back to Dirty 20, everybody. Today, we're going to look at role-playing those really cool dark secrets that you've written into your character's backstory. One of the more fun elements of character creation is coming up with a really cool backstory. What happened to your hardened fighter that made them turn to adventuring? It makes me think of, great character backstories, like, for example, in Ridley Scott's Gladiator.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance. In this life or the next.
Or if you've seen the amazing Lone Wolf and Cub and its dark backstory. However, this can result in no one other than the player who's written the story and the DM who they've sent it to getting to know what it is, getting to kind of share it and hear the story. There's a bunch of reasons why this can happen, but often one of them is that the player who's written it is kind of hoarding it a little bit. It's the kind of edgelord, mysterious hero player type, It's a character that's appealing. I mean, we've seen so many movies and there's books and TV shows and comic books about people like that. I'm thinking Batman, right? Tragic hero, tragic backstory, and it's easy to see why somebody would want to play something like that. However, D&D is a cooperative game. And what that means is that creating that kind of lone wolf character has its perils and can mean that people get disappointed because the player doesn't get to share their awesome backstory, and the other players just get like a wall of, oh no, I like to work alone kind of thing. So what can we do to try and prevent this? Because it is a kind of cool character that, again, I see the appeal of. And there are ways that we can play it in a satisfying way for yourself and for the whole party and the DM. First off, lots of opportunities to roleplay. It's very easy to get caught up in the let's follow the adventure hooks, let's, keep going through this dungeon to get this treasure. But it's important to have the quiet moments, okay, we're going to take a long rest. We set up a campfire. Here's an opportunity for the players to roleplay a little bit and talk about these things and ask questions and encourage others to ask questions as well. I know that from experience, this is something that you sometimes feel like there's not enough time at the table. But if you haven't yet watched it, we did a video on texting and role-playing through text. It's got a great title. And I think it's something worth checking out because some of the best kind of role-playing moments that I've had recently in my games have been very much just given the opportunity for a couple of characters to get on the same wavelength of asking the right questions and being willing to be forthcoming with information. And it's been like tense and emotional and really exciting. I think you also have to be generous and forthcoming with information. I get the whole like reluctant to open up and things like that, but at some point, you've got to make the decision that, okay, I'm with these people, I trust them, and I understand if it doesn't happen in the first few sessions, if you want to let it out little by little. But again, I think more is better than less. I'm actually going to be playing a one-shot in a kind of fantasy, weird West setting, and I'm playing a very kind of, silent type, carries around a coffin with him, he's known as the Undertaker, and it's all dark and mysterious, but it's a one-shot. So it's going to be really tricky to find that balance of, you know, being that kind of mysterious figure, but also being able to give some of the backstory and make the other players, the other, the DM, to be like, oh, wow, that's really cool. You know, that's kind of the reaction that you want. Finally, I'd say, don't worry if it's not working. I've had plenty of characters myself that when I started out, it wasn't quite working the way I wanted it to, or nobody was really asking me the questions that I wanted asked, which is fine. You know, you don't kind of feed lines to the other members of the party. But give yourself time and have a conversation with the DM. If you feel like, look, I feel like my personality that I've chosen for this character is not very conducive to kind of creating that bond with these players and being able to role play my backstory that I've spent, you know, so long coming up with. And I think that's absolutely fine. It happened recently with one of my players, and I think it can get you excited about a character again, which is really important. So don't give up, stick with it. There's always ways to make it work. And worst comes to worst, recycle that backstory, remix it for another character, and just use it in another campaign. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have you ever experienced any of these, like, disappointments of not getting to share your backstory at all? What advice would you give to a player who feels like they're not able to express the cool things that they've put into their character properly? As always, like and subscribe, share this video with your friends. It really helps the channel and we're super grateful for it. And as always, keep slaying. If you've enjoyed this content, then please smash that like button, subscribe, share this around online, and come and visit our website, www.lavictoriaproductions.com, to see all our past episodes, as well as our blog posts and all the stuff that we're currently working on at La Victoria Productions. Why not reach out to us and tell us what you think of our videos? You can reach us on Twitter. @MouthLaVictoria is our producer. We are also on Instagram. I am EnanoLVP, and our producer is Jazzy J. Shiro. We're also La Victoria Productions on Facebook and LinkedIn. Come on by and let us know what you think.